Hello everyone, my name is Kaseem. Welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to talk about Turo, and I'm going to point out these two devices to you guys, why all Turo hosts need to have a device like this. You absolutely need to have something like this if you are a Turo host and you want to go seamless. You want to take your business to the next level where you can just deliver the car to your customers without having to be there. Now, there's so many important things to consider when you're in business like Turo. Like, for example, your time. Your time is important. The whole point of Turo is to, develop our car rental business and to just trying to be as contactless as possible, because you have time to do other things that can help you bring more money. So here is some of the things that I'm implementing in my Turo business. So if you vibe with it, the link that you need will be in the description to purchase some of these things. All the links will be there. Everything that you need will be there right below the like button. So what we're going to do is we are going to work through how to use the lock, all the details that you need to do, that you need in order for you to operate the lock and everything like that. We're going to talk about it. I'm going to go to the car and show you what it looks like on the car. And, we're just going to show you all the details that you need in order for you to make the decision if you want to purchase them and use it as part of your tool, your arsenal in your Turo business. These are some of the things that I use to go contactless with the Turo business. Check out the videos that I did talking about what my plans are for the business. So here are some of the tools that I use. I thought, let me bring this to you so you can check it out. So this is the two locks that I purchased from Amazon. Now it's both different sizes. Let's start with the very small one first. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Start with a small one first. So we have this one here. It's relatively small. I'm the one that put this number here so I can identify which one is which. But yeah, it's relatively small, and I thought it's one size fits all, but no, it's not one size fits all. So let's take a quick look at this here. You have the numbers here, so you're able to change this at any time that you want, really. And you point it open this way. All right, so it opens up. And the problem with this small one is that you cannot put, for example, keys like this, which you cannot like bend it in. It just stays like this. You basically cannot put it in this kind of key lock. It will not enter. It's too small for it. So the mistake that I did was I ordered this one first, and basically this one is a smaller one. So this one is pretty much good for key fobs like this. Okay, key fobs that you can like collapse and put in, and then you just put it right in here and lock it up and hook it onto the car, and you change the password, and basically you give the password to your customers that rent the car from you from Turo. You give the password to them, they open it up. I'll show you an example real soon from the car. They open it up, and they open it up, the key is in there. So I'll show you an example very, very soon. So the small one is basically for key fobs like this that you can collapse and put right in here. You have no problems with that one. So that would not fit keys like this because there's just no room for it, so there's just no room for it. So that's that with this one when it comes to the keys. Now let's talk about how do you change this password. So right in here, let me not mess things up here. So right in here you have this lever here that you can push in and push out. You basically are able to push it inwards, right, and then you're able to push it outwards. Now to change the password, when he's outwards like this, when this pointer is pointing outwards, it's at A, then you basically have the same password. If you move this, let's say we move this around now, we cannot open this because it's locked. Now we got to bring this back to the original number. Now we can open it again. So if you want to change the password on this thing, you just push this in. Let's say after a ride, after a ride and customer dropped the car back off to you, and you want to change the password, you just push this in and turn around and just switch this up. So let's say if we switch this to 1100, right? And then you just turn around and push this back to A, and that's your new password. So write it down somewhere. That is why I have a marker here. Anytime I change the password, I know, okay, keylock 01, the password is 1100. Okay, so once we push it in, and let's say we move this around, now we can't open it anymore. Let's say we move this around again, we can't open it anymore. And then you have to put the correct password in, which is 1100, and that's when you're able to reopen it and give the keys. So this is how you basically try to go contactless with delivering the cars to your passengers, which we're gonna talk about coming up. Now, how do we take this out? There's a leather in here. Okay, there's leather in here. You push it in, pull this out, and you basically pull this out as well. Okay, and we have this out, and it's pretty much just a rubber with this hook here that hooks on the inside. Now this is interchangeable with this right here, which I'm going to show you this in a bit, but I really like this. I'm probably going to use this with the bigger one, with the first car that I currently have. So to put it back in, you just open it up, and you just basically push it in and push it in, and that's it. It's locked again. See, and it'll come out. It's locked. So this is the best thing. This is one of the best way that I've been able to figure out right now in terms of how to make the delivering of the car contactless. Okay, so this is it. Now let's change this password back. To change it, you just have to push this back up to A, turn around, bring your password, and you change it. Let me change it to 00 because right now I'm not using it, so I'll leave it at 0. And then you turn around and push it back to A. So that's your new password. It's locked at 00. If we were to change this, we cannot open it again, and you have to put in 000 to be able to open it back up. Relatively easy. It's not too difficult to set these things up right here, so it's not too difficult. So we'll put it at 000, and we'll able to open it again, and that is it with this smaller version. Now all the details to how to purchase it will be in the link below. Check the link below right next to the like button. It will be right there. Now we have the second one here. This is a bigger lockbox. Let me move this out of the way. We have the second one here. This is a bigger lockbox. It holds more keys. So the mistake that I did was, like I said earlier, I purchased this one first, but this one was a smaller lockbox. So we had an issue with this one, and I could only use collapsed keys with this one. All right. Now my car that I currently have on Turo is this 4 keys, so I cannot use it with this. So I have to purchase a new one that I can use with this one. Now So with this one, it works relatively the same way as the previous one that I just showed you. This one, it has two functions. You can like literally bolt it in front of your house and put your keys in there and give everybody the password so they can have access to your house, you know, your family member, of course. So yeah, this one too is relatively easy, relatively straightforward with this one. All you just do is you have this leather here that you can change the password with. You have basically it goes like this, and you guys can see right there. You just basically have to pull this down and pull this leather onto the side here, pull it, and it opens up. Now this one, it's relatively the same when it comes to changing the password. You guys can see, I guess this is basically the same factory that's making this in China, and the people that put it on Amazon are just basically rebranding their names on it, but relatively the same technology. So relatively the same technology. I figured they basically are doing drop shipping with this, or buying it in bulk in China and selling it on Amazon, but relatively the same technology. The inside of this one here is pretty big. You know, it's pretty big. You guys can see like half my finger. It's pretty deep as well. And the good thing with this one is you can fit a key fob like this in there relatively comfortably, you know, and it would fit. But unfortunately with this ones is you just have to separate this kind of thing. You have to take it out and make it into two. Okay, so let me show you how this is actually gonna work when it comes to putting it together with the keys. Now, whenever I rent the cars out, I will always want to give this in package like this to people, because I always want people to have something to hold on to, you know, so they don't lose the keys or anything like that. They have something to hold on to. Now, this lockbox here, it's relatively deep, like I said, relatively deep, and it's not so difficult to use. And you just put the keys in, everything is in there. Now you have to be tricky with how you put this in. You see how it's not going in? All I have to do now is just flip it, because this edge here is a little bit big. It's quite big. This is where all the mechanisms is. This is what makes it work. It's quite big, so I cannot use this big bulky part, so I have to flip it over. Now as I flip it over, this Ford logo, I can move it up here, flip this over, right, and just be able to pop it in there, and it's locked. Okay, so now we have a situation where we have our lockbox here that we can just lock the car with and go park it somewhere, give the address to the passenger that's coming to pick up the customer that's coming to pick up the car, and you know, they just take the car and go. It's contactless. Now to reset this password, let me show you how that one will work. So you see how the keys is pretty comfortable in here. Obviously you cannot put multiple car keys in one lock. It's just only one car key. Unfortunately, I search and search and search and search. This is the biggest that I can find on Amazon. I will also leave the link down below to this one. You know, right below the like button. It'll be right there. So now let me quickly show you how to change this lock here, because it's very important to be able to do that and to know how to do it. So let me quickly show you that. Now, for the sake of filming this, I'm gonna take this off first so it's easier. Now to take this off, there's also a tiny little lever in here. All right, tiny little lever. You just pull it to the side, and you're able to take this out. Boom, and you're good. Now notice this leather right here, it pretty much have the same hook as the previous one that I just showed you. All right, it has the same hook, so that means the previous hook would work with this one, which is just a better hook. But yeah, let's get this out first. So this is what the lock will look on the car. Sorry about the car being so dirty. It hasn't gone out yet, so obviously I'm not gonna send the car looking this dirty. But this is the lock on the car. This is how you have it. You just lock it, and the people just come, put in the password that you currently have it to. They put in the password, they're able to access the car, they get the keys, and obviously they use it. Now, this is not the key to this car. I already did a video on this. I just wanted to show you what it looks like. It looks like this, relatively nice. You have it on there and you're good. Now, this is the first one that I just purchased, like I just showed you in the review. This is the first one that I purchased, and I like how this hooks. The second one, I'm going to show you guys what the second one will look like. I don't like how the second one hooks, but I like how this one just hooks. It sits flush to the car. It's relatively easy. Let me show you the next one. Now, this is the second one. It's not too bad as well. It really isn't too bad, but it's just like obviously like a padlock. Looks like a padlock here. It's not too bad. See right there? It's not too bad at all. It just looks like a padlock, and it looks pretty nicely on the car. But I don't like the setup. I don't like the setup at all. I'm gonna show you the one that I like. Now, this is a good setup. This is a better setup for the car. Basically, you just hook it up, and because it's like a string up here, it's easier. It's not just bulky and hanging out. It's just easier to use like this. Relatively easy. I like the setup. This setup is just way better, and this is what it looks like. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's not too hard to use, so I really like this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've showed you everything. If you find this video informative, stick around, check out the channel. Actually go check out the channel, see what I'm about. I do multiple things. The goal of the channel is to get my money up to the first million, and I'm showing you guys my process. I do multiple things: dividend investing, growth investing. You know, now I'm starting, this year I started my Turo business. You know, I'm doing a bunch of different things. I have my media business here on YouTube. I'm doing a bunch of different things to get my money up. So if you want to be a part of the journey and you want to just watch, you know, subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate it. Trying to get the channel up to 1,000 subs this year. We just roughly over 500 subs. So let's keep it pushing. I appreciate you. Until next time, see you later. Love you all. Bye.